Well, Gibraltar catches its breath after that astonishing opening match of the evening session. The first quarter-final going the way of Peter Wright, the #1 seed, but only just. He was given an almighty workout by Darren Johnson. Wright, though, coming through 6-5. Johnson going home despite registering an average of 99.33. And you have to say, Johnson played really well. A 1-4-4 checkout, one of 3 ton-plus checkouts for him as well. But it's Peter Wright who goes through to face the winner of this one. Rob Cross has already seen off one man from St Helens today in the shape of Dave Chisnell. Question is now, Chris Murphy, can he see off another in the shape of the #12 seed Michael Smith?
Well, he saw him off the last time they met, the only time they met before. That was at the German Darts Open. And Rob Cross, who is now playing in his 3rd European Tour quarter-final in as many attempts, has a real chance to progress even further. This match could be a story of 180s because this pair have fired in 22 maximums between them in this tournament. Rob Cross leading the 180 table with 12.
Up to throw first. Game on.
And Bully Boy, of course, has 10.
Yeah, 6 of those came against Christian Kist in his second round win yesterday when Smith averaged almost 100 again. And 4 of them coming in that 6-5 win over Van den Berg. So 2 matches for Michael Smith going the distance, and there's every sign here it could happen again for him too, because Rob Cross, well, he's almost like an established figure on the European Tour, and bang on cue, Michael Smith's first visit brings up the first 180 of the match.
Yeah, and he's only one behind Rob Cross now in those 180 table, but all they care about is getting his first win. It's a bit unfair to point out that it would be his first win against Cross. They've only met once before, but Rob Cross is new to professional darts, isn't he?
Well, he certainly is, but you wouldn't know it on the evidence of what he has done so far this year. Back-to-back European Tour quarterfinals, make that 3 European quarterfinals in succession now. He's made the last 8 here. Very capable of doing more. Players' Championship success as well earlier this year in Barnsley against Mervyn King in the final of that one. And it's just been a seamless transition, hasn't it, for him from the Challenge Tour last year, came top of that, but he's acclimatised so well.
Certainly has, and he's in pole position in this first leg, but Michael Smith does have a chance to break with a huge outshot for starters. Kicked off with a 180, will not be finishing the leg with a 167.
97.
Leaves himself pretty handy though.
Yeah, handy just in case Rob Cross does not make it here, but he's found treble 18 for double 16.
Short the first leg.
86 checkout it is. It's 14 darts.
Game on.
Holder throw for Rob Cross.
96.
Rob Cross has also already seen off a former World Youth Champion in the shape of Keegan Brown in the qualifiers.
95.
Michael Smith, as we heard in the intro, is another former World Youth Champion as well.
Yeah, perhaps the one
140.
of all the former World Youth Champions has gone on to better fulfill his potential.
Plenty haven't. Plenty that may yet do.
Michael Van Gerwen lost in 2 finals, Aaron Monk and James Hubbard.
Yes, I do remember asking Michael about that, whether it was something that sort of bothered him, because it was the weekend that Keegan Brown was passing on the mantle to Max Hopp a couple of years ago at the Players' Championship finals in Minehead. Max Hopp played Nathan Aspinall in the final. Keegan Brown was there playing Van Gerwen. And it just came up in the interview afterwards, and I got the impression that it was the one thing that Van Gerwen perhaps wishes he had won.
But I think
59.
he won't lose much sleep over it these days.
No, it's happened elsewhere in other sports. Ayrton Senna was never World Youth Kart Champion. That was the one thing that really bugged him more than anything else, despite winning, the world title numerous occasions.
Well, Rob Cross is bugging Michael Smith a little here.
100.
180, very timely indeed, because he's placed himself in the perfect position to break and double his lead immediately.
And he's looking at double 16 once again here. Found it in the first leg. Doesn't find it in the second, but double 8 will do. And he's a long way off on both attempts there.
Michael, you require 60.
So a bit of a less off here for Bully Boy. Well, well, good marker, but maybe a bit too close for comfort, but he finds double top anyway.
Yeah, kind of set the post and then knocked the third one in between.
$100.
Yeah, Peter Wright given an almighty scare, wasn't he, by Mexborough's Darren Johnson.
96.
The bridge too far in the end for DJ. The winner of this will take on Snakebite Peter Wright. You just wonder if that was the chance to eliminate him from the tournament.
I think so. And when you look at the 3 of the legs that Wright won, you know, Johnson had real, genuine claims on, didn't he, as well? So, yeah, I think Johnson will, as he flies home back to the UK, will reflect on those opportunities and reflect on the near misses. And as I said, if Peter Wright does go on to win the title, he'll look back on that match as a very, very significant stepping stone. But you often get that one, you know, player wins a tournament. There is often one match where you think, well, that's where I won it, really. You know, the key moment in the tournament, the big scare that I survived. That's often the case.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what mentality especially the 4 qualifiers that have reached the quarterfinals, how they will assess their weekend, because it's a fantastic weekend, isn't it, for Darren Johnson, despite not taking that chance. Rob Cross might feel he's ready to move on from this position. And Magnus Carris in a first quarter-final for over 2 years.
100, Robbie, we've got 90.
And of course James Wilson and Darryl Gurney have been in this position before, so everyone having kind of different approaches, I guess, and different expectations of themselves. Rob Cross expecting to land the ball, and that's what he does for a 90 checkout. 86 in leg 1, 90 in leg 3. Sharp shooting.
Yeah, and the thing about Darren Johnson is he was on £3,000 on the Order of Merit, the European Order of Merit, and he's picked up another 4,000 here as well. So it's done that particular tally the world of good in the standings for the European Tour Order of Merit, and crucially it counts, of course, on the
100.
Pro Tour Order of Merit as well. And he's a player who's looking to keep himself in the top 64 in the world, just to ensure he doesn't have to go through the agony of going back to Q school, which he's had to do numerous times before.
Second time Michael Smith has landed a 180 at the start of a leg, but Rob Cross has also fired in his second. Doesn't give you much breathing space, does he, Rob Cross?
140.
And he's going to be there or thereabouts again on the Michael Smith throw.
139, Michael require 88.
Well, this might have to go. And it does.
Sublime.
Sublime, absolutely. Double 18, double 16 to finish things off. We talk about Michael Smith and his versatility sometimes, and that was perfectly illustrated there.
Yeah, it's a risk, a big risk, because if he lands that first dart outside the double, he doesn't get a dart, where just going for single would leave him a shot, of course, at the bullseye. But it all went well that time, and it's all going well again. 3 times he's kicked off with a 180, and I said we might get a lot. We've had 5 already.
And this is only the start of the 5th leg as well.
85.
Yeah, if you're involved in that particular betting market, then you might be already on your way to the payout counter.
70.
We talk about Smith's versatility, but that's the other side to his game as well. It's the inconsistency that can creep in now and then, as indeed it can with every player in the world. But
140.
Yeah, but some are more consistently inconsistent, aren't they? Michael Smith finding some form that went missing for the best part of a couple of years. He's been hit and miss this year, but last year he was kind of just missed.
96.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, just one quarter-final on the Players' Championship circuit. He's by far and away bettered that already. Double 16.
Shot to the 5th leg, Michael Smith.
And it's a break of throw for Michael Smith.
6th leg, Michael to throw first.
Yeah, wonderful darts, the 111 checkout. Crucial break as well. Bully boy, he's had, as you said at the beginning of this match,
57.
2 11-leg encounters. But this time he's got a break, and he can open up some daylight if he can hold. in this leg. His average is well above 100, as is Rob Cross's actually, although the last couple of minutes might have just made that go down slightly.
Well, it was a 12-dart breaker throw, as you can see there, and not really a great deal Rob Cross could have done about that in that particular situation. Michael Smith finishing very, very nicely indeed, and he just looks to have found himself in a bit of a groove here.
97.
There we see the stats, 105 playing 104. High quality.
It is indeed. It's been a terrific evening so far, and it's not even 45 minutes old. It's been a high quality evening session. Yeah. First quarter final and a half.
Still plenty more along the way. Menzo Suljovic against Magnus Karris, James Wilson against Daryl Gurney. Then the two semis and the final
140
of the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, and there will be a new name on that trophy tonight.
And maybe we could have a first-time European Tour champion as well. Could be Rob Cross, but he has got work to do here. Michael Smith on 144. That's a lovely first dart. Double 12.
132.
Well, it felt like it was going to go. It was
just looked to have that fluidity about it, didn't it?
The flow. Cross, though, wants treble 20 for the bullseye for a massive 164 checkout after his opponent's just missed 144.
139. Michael, you require 12. A shot and a 6 flag, Michael Smith. 7 flag roll.
Well, I think Michael Smith will be relieved to an extent there. A missed bull for a 164 checkout to break back by Rob Cross. And as it is, Michael Smith comes through unscathed once again. 3 legs on the spin for Bully Boy. Trail 2-1, leads 4-2. 2 legs away from a place in the semi-finals here in Gibraltar.
96.
Yeah, good finishing, good scoring, all going well for Bully Boy Michael Smith, the 26-year-old.
Hasn't made the semi-finals of a European Tour event for some time. It was the Austrian Darts Open last year when he reached the final, lost to Phil Taylor that weekend in the final itself. Hasn't made the semi-final of a European Tour event 85. Since then. Just that, just 2 quarter-final appearances, one last year, one this year.
So we have been keeping you up to date over the course of this weekend with the developments at the Challenge Tour, and another 80. Smith is through to his first final, Andy the Pie Man Smith.
96.
Well, Michael Smith will be grateful, I suppose, for the chance to put some pounds on the board as far as the European Tour Order of Merit is concerned. 3 second-round defeats this year, feeling the pinch as far as the new regs are concerned.
I can't believe you followed a Pie Man reference by talking about putting on some pounds, Rob.
I certainly did it during the interval. There's the trouble with Gibraltar. There's too many nice places to go and dine in the 2 hours between the afternoon and the evening.
Well, there's not a place anyone would rather be than here tonight. A feast of entertaining arrows.
57.
And Rob Cross needs 22 to pull it back to one leg.
And he needs this as well. That's awkward. So he's split that. And now he's looking at double 4. Again, we see the shrug of the shoulders, the look of bemusement, but double 4 is found. And he was under a fair degree of pressure there.
Certainly was. Smith again looking to kick off in maximum style. Look at that. On a pinhead.
60. $57.
Michael Smith, of course, winner of half a dozen PDC titles, including a couple on the European Tour, but the last one was back in 2015. Just illustrates that sort of lull that he suffered for the last couple of years.
Talks about the inconsistency, didn't we? 180 A 57 and a 140 for Michael Smith, but he is in good shape anyway, down to a finisher of 124 on his throw. He's closing in. Treble 18 would leave the bull, but he stayed where he was anyway.
60.
Yeah, Smith won the European Darts Trophy in 2014 and 15, and the International Darts Open that year as well, the latter year. Now Cross applying the pressure, and this time it's Smith that needs to take out the finish.
64.
Terrific approach play by Rob Cross. He's on the green, but Michael Smith will look to just dispel any fears that may be existing. It's another very neat and tidy checkout on double 16 once again. That's come to his rescue 3 times today, really. And, well, Rob Cross has it all to do now. Needs to win 3 on the bounce. Michael Smith closing in on a place in the last 4.
The real Michael Smith is standing up. This is a very impressive display. Looks assured, looks confident and comfortable, despite the fact that Rob Cross is chucking everything at him, averaging around 102 himself. Oh, is that touching?
25.
It wasn't. George Noble had a real good look at it. Would have been nice for Bully Boy if it had just dangled on the ball, wouldn't it?
Thought we were going to have to go to the third umpire then for a moment. Video referral system.
The referee's word is final.
98.
And I believe it 100%. Now, Rob Cross, will he be pinning the bullseye at the end of this visit?
Well, it would be a big shot in the arm if he did. Not to be, but...
Well, he went for it, he didn't have to, but it's a very good miss.
96.
Yeah, because it's left tops. I think Michael Smith may have given up the ghost on this one, but he'll just look to, well, more in hope than expectation that he will return. But Rob Cross, 3 darts at tops here, but there is pressure on Cross here. And that's a long way inside.
Game shot and knife leg, Rob Cross. 10 leg Michael to throw fast. Game on.
Well, this is the one, Michael. You don't really want another 11-leg encounter. You've had 2 of those already this weekend. You'll want to get the job done here and now.
Yeah, they've been very pleased to see 2 big trebles go in, especially after the first start failed to find one. Certainly has this match in the palm of his hands right now, Michael Smith.
100.
6 180s so far in this match. Maybe time for a couple more.
57.
And again, 57 is the second visit, as it was in the last leg.
Yeah, they both have 14 180s each now in the tournament.
100.
Time for one more, maybe even more than one. Let's see. Michael Smith might. Just underneath the second dart, but managed to fling the third over that. Great dart to leave 170.
Superb. Now, Michael Smith's approach to that 170 will pretty much depend on what Rob Cross can do here.
Got to go for it.
And he has to go for it now because Cross is on a big finish of his own. Wrong bed, Michael.
83. Robbie Regal, 161.
Michael Smith will just turn away here and just hope and pray that this does not go. And it won't.
Didn't get the chance, having missed the bullseye for the 170 in the previous leg. Didn't give himself the opportunity to take aim at the middle of the board in this one. And now Michael Smith closing in on the semi-finals. He wants 87 to do that. Might be the bull. It is the bull.
62. Robbie Regal at 97.
And the chance has presented itself for Rob Cross to steal this leg and perhaps with it the match.
He certainly has. Treble 19 would have left tops.
Got a decision here.
He has. He's having a good long think about this.
Double 19, I think, for double top. That's the route he opted
20.
for. Didn't work out, so Smith, an act of tidying up to book his place in the semis.
15.
Well, Rob Cross, I was about to say, may well
77.
reflect on that decision-making process, but he may well get away with it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well he threw the last dart. It landed in a single one. So he's only going to get one dart at double. Smith squandered a string of chances to seal the job here. And Rob Cross has stolen the leg and forced a decider in which he has the throw.
11th final leg, Rob to throw.
Well,
first.
Michael Smith
Game on.
has been detained once again here. And for the third time this weekend, Michael Smith is playing the 11th leg of a match. And Rob Cross, it is he who now has the momentum behind him. And that momentum has carried on
34.
into this 11th leg as well.
100.
Yeah, he didn't look as comfortable that visit, Michael Smith, as he has for the duration of this match. Because he just sensed it slipping away. Feels he should now be preparing for a semi-final showdown with Snakebite Peter Wright. Still has a chance. One big visit. 180. 180 would put him in charge. 140 gets him in front.
Well, I was about to say advantage Rob Cross, but scrap that now.
Well, there's one way to stop Michael Smith, and one way only perhaps, and it's not going to happen. So Smith should get more match darts.
55.
He should indeed. Well,
81.
265 wins already this weekend. Is it about to be a third? He's looking at double 12. He wants double 6 instead. And Michael Smith once again comes through with the slenderest of advantages to book his place in the semi-finals of a European Tour event for the first time since June of last year.
You now have the most coverage on TV of any player. 33 legs played so far. Are you going to continue this?
Good practice, isn't it? If I keep going 5-all, I keep getting more time on TV. People get to see the new shirts. I have fun learning, or I could have got the job done quicker. Rob let me in a few times, I'll let him in, but if I'm 6-0 or 6-5, as long as I walk off and I'm still in the tournament, that's all that matters.
I'm going to say the big difference is that now, this tournament at least, you're winning them 6-5 again, because the last leg is just, every time, it's a really, really good leg.
Yeah, I think the last, well, every game I've been 6-5, it's been a 13-40 and then a 12 now to win. I'm confident going into it, whereas 8 months ago, I think, just my luck. And he went off 1-3-4 and I give in straight away thinking, how's your luck? He don't deserve to be, but yeah, he's hitting big scores, and it was just to keep with him, do what I do best, at the big scores, at the big 180s, and hopefully at the doubles at the end.
Well, that means now you're in the semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. The bully boy, Michael Smith.